Hello and welcome back to Alma, Missouri for my Rags to Riches challenge. We're building up a $5 million bank balance starting from no land, no equipment, and only a $100,000 loan. It's still our first month on the farm, and we're saving up to buy our first field. We'll need that to pitch a tent for the night. We started this fertilizer contract last episode, and we still have a good bit to do. After we're done with this, we'll see what other contracts we can still do. So far it's been deadwood, wood transport, and fertilizing contracts. We might be stuck with just those until September. I'll be back with you shortly. I do have to say that this JCB was a nice choice for a starting tractor. There's some things I don't like about it, but overall, the higher speed and the all-wheel steering does seem to help a lot. So I'm happy with that choice. This may be my go-to for this type of run. Let me get this bag. Come on, bag, help me out here. Can't even tell. So we're currently 35% of the way done, which is nice. What? Oh, the straps. Idiot. There we go. All right. So we're a decent 1/3 of the way done. You can tell I'm doing kind of a strange patterning. I just don't want to get too far away from the sort of base of operations here while I'm doing the other the field. So I'm breaking it into sections, starting furthest away and moving closer. So I just kind of prefer it that way. Let's lock this down if we can. I guess that's good enough. Alright, so we'll head back out to the fertilizer spreader with a new bag here, and then keep going. So I think we'll be okay in terms of the amount of fertilizer we bought. We'll just have to wait and see. Like we're getting hit here with the classic empty fertilizer spreader when it's still half full bug. I think that's a problem with this spreader, but we'll just have to keep an eye on the gauge and it'll let us know when we're empty. I certainly hope that last one was the partial bag, because if not, we're not going to have enough. This one looks pretty full, so hopefully this will be enough to get us through the end of the contract. Alright, so that does it for that contract. I'm not going to bother putting down the rest of the fertilizer. Usually if we do like a cultivating contract or something like that, I'll go ahead and finish off the field. But considering where we are and how little money we have, I don't want to be wasting fertilizer just to get to a true 100%. If the contract's satisfied, the contract's satisfied. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get our stuff gathered up here. Let's see if I can empty this bag into the spreader so we don't have to be carrying it around again. And then we'll see how much money we got and how close we are to buying the... okay, couldn't get rid of it. I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. And I'm immediately regretting my decision. There we go. Alrighty. We'll set here. Okay, strap it down. Let's take a look at the contract. Did we get enough? Let's go ahead and collect. And we're at 39,185. So that one plot of land I'm interested in is 39.84. So we have $101 extra. Let's see what else we can do here to give us a little breathing room, because we are going to need to put down a tent. So we've got another deadwood. That would be 1,200. Not going to do another big fertilizing contract. That one wasn't too bad. And then we got a wood transport that's all just right, short distance. I could actually probably just drive the logs individually I don't know. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and grab that one for sure. And then the deadwood as well. Where's the deadwood? Yeah, that's down in the... okay, so that's not far from the same area, I think. Yeah, that's that short road next to the railroad tracks. So yeah, that'll only be a piece cake. So yeah, let's do these two, and then we'll go ahead and buy the land and set up our yard, our camp. All right, be back with you shortly. Holy cow, I did not expect that to be that steep. Let's see if we can get down here before the train comes. Nice. So let's go ahead and collect these two. Excellent. So that should take us up to $47,819. Excellent. All right, so taking a quick look at what's available. If we check out the map here, there are a few properties that look like they would work for us. So the ones I was somewhat interested in, 33 here is only 32,000 and some change. It currently has alfalfa. This one down here, field 29, also in our price range, $33,000. That has, what does that have in it? Let's go ahead and visit. I forget already. It was alfalfa. What is this one? No, I'm confused. So this one's alfalfa, 33. This one, this one is, what is this? Green beans. So not very interested in that. There's also one up here that's peas. Not interested in that. And then I think there was one, maybe this one here, canola. We could afford as well. But I mean, we don't have the stuff to harvest the canola, so I think that's a no-go as well. So I think we're back to the original plan, which is to go ahead and buy this property right here. We'll be able to put in a sawmill of some sort, probably the little mini sawmill to start, and then we can cut some roads through. We already have one road coming up from the south. Let me bring the map back up. So yeah, we already have this road coming up from the south. We've got a road here, and we have this path over here. So I mean, with this central location, I think this is really good. Really, the only thing that we don't have really good access to is to the east. Northeast in particular, but I mean, we can go along the railroad tracks. We've done it several times and it's worked fine. So I think that is the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and buy field 40. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We will go ahead and buy it for $39,000. And we may still have some uncollected. No, we don't have any uncollected contracts. So how are we doing here on time? So it is almost 2:30 in the afternoon. So we could do some additional work. Let's take a look and see if there are any good contracts. All right, so we still don't have a baler. These fur contracts, I think, are too big for what the amount of time we've got left. Harvesting is obviously out. We do have another wood transport. I mean, I literally just did this one. Did it reset those logs? What? What has happened? I mean, I went through and I did all this, and I don't think I collected it. But I mean, I definitely did the work. Yeah, that is super weird. But yeah, I don't think I collected that. I'll need to go back and check the recording. Because yeah, if I got cheated out of the money, I guess it doesn't spawn the logs until you do it. So yeah, let me check this out for a second. And this is why you don't take a 6-hour break from recording. So I did collect that. This is a repeat one that's up. We could do it again, but I mean, yeah, I just did it. So let's skip that nonsense for now. Let's go ahead and head on over to the new yard, and we'll take a look and see what we can go ahead and do. I think I'll go ahead and probably take a look at how much a new sawmill costs. Yeah, let's go on over to the property first, and then we'll go from there. Now, is there a way I can get over? Is there a gap? I think that these are mainly little river-like things. I'm looking down at the corner map, not paying attention to where I'm driving. But yeah, I think we've got a spot there, maybe between 18 and 14. I can cut down through, but I probably should have gone down and up that path. So this is kind of like a dead end there that I just drove by. Yeah, if this were real life, the other farmers would probably hate me cutting through their properties. But most of it's been kind of like on public right-of-ways, like by the railroad tracks. So yeah, I can see some. Yeah, this distance is little deceptive, so I'm already seeing those farms way off. So I kind of already missed the potential cut through there. But yeah, I think I'm just going to come down here and then see if I can grab that path that goes down after this field to my right. Looks like there might be a pathway down through, and then a trail that goes out to this farm that's right here. Now let's see if we can see if this is something we. Oh no, this is Duck River. Definitely not a shortcut. All right, well that was a bad plan then. Well, it does look like there's a path here from this farm 42. Let's see if we can cut through there just to explore. Tell these guys we're going to be neighbors, and maybe they won't have a problem with us using this path to access our property. All right, we'll see if we can squeeze through here, because I think that's not going to be my preferred way of accessing the property. Maybe after we buy some of those fields in that direction, it would be doable. But I think this is the I think we're going to have this be the main way in and out to start. This is clearly the access point that's the map makers intended. So yeah, I think this'll work. Let's go ahead and shift to construction view. All right, so this is the land. Not a lot to see through the trees. So one thing for sure we'll want to do is establish a spot for the sawmill and our tent. So the tent is more important to start. So let's go ahead and bring that one up. Here under farmhouses, I should have some kind of tent. So this is 470. Oh, that's part of the Highlands fishing expansion. Okay, yeah, I should do this one, the vanilla over the mod. So, how far in this direction? Land not owned by me. That's fair. Okay, so it's owned by me even right over here. All right, and then this has both a sleep trigger and a outfit trigger, separate tent for getting changed. A nice 2-bedroom tent setup. Okay, excellent. We'll go ahead. I think I'll just go ahead and do I want to place this here? Yeah, I think this is okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and put that here for now. Wonderful. And then I want to start opening this up right away. So let's take a look and see what our sawmill options are. Obviously, the medium and the wood miser and the full sawmill too much. How much is the mini? Probably 36,000 based on what all these other things are showing up as. Yeah. So I mean, usually I use the Gamerjoy industrial sawmill, which is like 10,000. I think that's probably a little too cheaty for this. So I think we do need to get up to the 36,000 one. Obviously, I can't afford this now, but yeah, this can just go in. Maybe not right next to where I sleep, but not too far off either, so that it's easy to drag the wood to. Might want to get a winch for the tractor so that we can pull the trees. But I mean, at first, I'm just going to be able to cut them down and hope they land in the trigger, and just jigger them around a little with the tractor to get them in. So there'll be plenty of wood for the foreseeable future going that route. So maybe something a little bit off to the side or more central. But basically what I want to do is start clearing this out so that we've got room for the vehicles as we go ahead and expand the fleet. So for me to be able to buy this is 36,000. So we need about 28,000. Let's take a look and see. Do we have any contracts that would be appropriate? Not really. Do the farm, the wood transport, or we could jump on one of these big fertilizing ones. I mean, how does this compare? This is 32 hectares. Let's take a look at the map. We did field 4, which was 20, so it's 50% larger. Is that the smaller of the two? I keep exiting the menu. 32, 33. Yeah. How much fertilizer do we need for that? For this one, Need 7,000, so that's another 7 bags. Then we'd be able to buy the sawmill today, get it loaded up a little bit, and have it producing overnight. Yeah. Why don't we just go ahead and give this a shot? This is more than I wanted to do, but I think that's gonna make the most sense. So let's go ahead and accept this contract, and then we will go and load up at the shop with a lot more fertilizer. All right, see you there shortly. Gotta be rush hour here, man. Who thought Alma, Missouri would be this busy middle of the afternoon? A lot of people turning left. Alright. Almost there. So I was thinking as I drove, what I should have done, if I had been smart, was rather than buy the land, go ahead and get an upgraded fertilizer spreader. One with the 42 meter spread. That would really make this next contract a lot more manageable. Unfortunately, I spent that money. We no longer have the cash to do that. But yeah, if I would have been thinking and did those in the correct order, would be a lot nicer situation for us right about now. But live and learn. We'll do the best we can. We've got the rest of the day, nothing else to do, so this contract, if it takes us all day, so be it. So doing the math, we will not be able to do this because these are 2,000. I think these were 1,000 a bag, but at 2,000 per bag, almost. We're going to be well short of enough to finish the field. So that means we're also going to need to do probably the deadwood contract and the wood transportation contract as well to have enough to get it finished. So I'm going to go ahead and buy these while we're here, and then we can go do those other contracts, get started on the FERT contract, and see where it lands. I think we're still okay for the day, but yeah, I've definitely messed this up a little bit by doing these out of order. So word to the wise, don't do what I did. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those contracts. So we can go ahead and maybe get the deadwood. The wood transport. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this one. And let's grab the deadwood as well. I know we've been doing a lot of those, but we need to be able to afford the fertilizer. So I guess we'll be doing a little bit more. So I cannot express how angry I am at myself for not upgrading the spreader before I took this contract and before I bought that plot of land. This would have been much easier with a 42 meter working with, and we definitely could have waited to buy the land later. So, a huge mistake. Yeah. We'll make it though. This will be, I'll have to take a look and see whether what I'm gonna do with this. Usually I would do this all as time lapse, but man, it's gonna be pretty darn boring to watch. So we'll see. So we're 30% of the way done. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I did increase the time scale back up to 1. I had it on 1/2, but once we got to 2:30 or something like that, I went ahead and notched it back up because I don't want to be making the day longer than it should be. So I still have a decent amount of FERT left, so I'm going to keep going on this field. I did the same thing and kind of broke it up the way I did the last one. If I move back on the field, you can kind of see what my progress is. So I'm just going to keep working through. I'll probably do that little bit down straight south of where I am and work back towards that. This field's kind of in three, in thirds. And then once I run out of FERT, I'll take a break and do that the wood transportation job to get enough money to buy the rest of the FERT. So we'll just keep going from there. I'll check in a bit. Absolutely fun as this is, I'm going to take a break and do some deadwood while we're right here. The contract we took is right here on the verge of the field, so let's go ahead and knock these down real quick. And then we'll get back to fertilizing, I promise. I know it's riveting viewing watching me go up and down the field a million times. So it looks like this is going to be 8 trees. Oh, I really got to... Actually, let me do that right now. I'm going to take a look here in Developer Tools, and we are going to go ahead and turn on the running multiplier. I think ×3 will be good for now. I'll go over that a little more in the future, but I gotta speed up my running here. Well, it doesn't seem to affect the... Oh, that's much better. Seems really slow, though, while I'm... Got the chainsaw. I don't know why they don't want you running fast when you're carrying a chainsaw. Yeah, this is still dead slow when I'm using the chainsaw. I don't remember that from my last playthrough. I bet Lumberjack mod speeds up your running when you got the chainsaw. Just put it away. Alright. Looks like we are 4 down and 4 to go. 3 to go now. I was thinking that we would, on some of these deadwood contracts, would collect the wood and then put it in the sawmill once we get the sawmill, but I think we're going to have so much wood in that on that field that we bought that there's really not going to be any need for this. So what do I got here? I got just one more. Alright, so we'll go ahead and collect this right away. Alright, and that gives us $1,700 in the bank. And back over to the fertilization contract. One thing I don't like about 25 versus 22 is the way the ground doesn't show the fertilization as clearly. So it really makes using the steering assist almost mandatory if you're not using something like Courseplay. When possible, I'll leave the steering assist off and just navigate by sight instead of relying on the lines. But with a giant field like that, especially with this narrow width, it's really hard to keep that going. I'd be missing stuff all over the place. So we'll go ahead and leave this on for this contract and other times where I just really don't have any choice. All right, well, as much as I hate to do this, I think I'm going to have to finish this episode here. Yeah, this is getting to be quite a long piece of work. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, we're 61% of the way through this field. I'm going to go ahead and empty this bag of fruit here. And then we have the wood transport contract because we're essentially out of fertilizer at this point. So what I think we'll do is we'll go ahead and go do that wood transport job next. And then that'll give us the money to buy some more bags of fertilizer. Hopefully that'll be enough to finish off this field. And then we can, be done with this. So yeah, I hate to leave this mid job here, but next time we'll pick up right with the wood transport, and then get back to this field. I may speed this up further or do a montage for the end of it, but we'll wait and see. All right, so like I say, we're going to leave that here. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. If you got any feedback, things you'd like to see in future episodes, let me know. Things are not working for you, or you'd like to see something different. Love any kind of feedback. So, all right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.